All right, today we have a clip of AOC from the Twitter hearings that the House Oversight Committee is currently holding.
I just want to start off right here at the top here. This isn't even my line of questioning, but I'd like to submit to the record a Washington Post article now warning about Hunter Biden laptop disinformation, the guy who leaked it. Here's the deal. Before I even get into my questions, I think that the story here with the Washington Post reporting is that what they're saying right here, when the New York Post first reported in October 2020 that it had obtained contents of a laptop computer allegedly owned by Joe Biden's son Hunter, there was an immediate roadblock faced by other news outlets that hoped to corroborate reporting, as many did. The newspaper wasn't sharing what it obtained.
And she's 100% right about that. She has limited time, so she probably can't go into too much detail on that point because she, wants to ask questions and stuff. But she's 100% right. If you go back, and I don't even know if the original article is still there. I don't know if it's still on the New York Post. Again, it's the New York Post, guys. It's owned by Rupert Murdoch, the same guy who owns Fox News. So, it's the New York Post. We have to keep that in mind, but she's 100% right. The article was super broad. It just said that someone vaguely connected to Hunter Biden came in and dropped this laptop off at this laptop store in Delaware, and it contained illegal stuff on it. It was really vague. It was really broad. It was really kind of just like, I can't even believe that we're sitting here now. I'm sitting here now, having to witness our government hold hearings on this stupid bullshit about Twitter and about the story being censored over this when the original story it was kind of like it didn't really give a whole lot of information on what was actually contained within the laptop or proof that the laptop was belonged to Hunter Biden in a lot of different ways.
New York Post had this alleged information and was trying to publish it without any corroboration, without any backup information. They were trying to publish it to Twitter. Twitter did not let them, and now they were upset.
I mean, and that's basically what happened. And then that should have been the end of it right there. There should have been no more. Like, oh fucking well. Everybody likes to make jokes about Twitter. Everyone likes to say, oh, Twitter's, it's a shithole. It's a dumpster fire. They're a social media company. They don't ever make any money. They've never made money in their existence. And then all of a sudden, when it comes to this New York Post Hunter Biden laptop story, Twitter is the end-all, say-all for literally everything. Apparently, Twitter not allowing their users to run this story is censoring and shielding Joe Biden before the presidential election. Not everybody in the world uses Twitter, and if every person in America, if every person in this country is using Twitter to get their news, that's a fucking problem, okay?
I believe that political operatives who sought to inject explosive disinformation with the Washington Post couldn't get away with it. And now they're livid, and they want the ability to do it again. They want the ability to inject this again. So they've dragged a social media platform here in Congress. They're weaponizing the use of this committee.
She's 100% right about this, and this is something I have said in the videos I've made in the past couple days. This is such a waste of fucking time. What are we doing? What the fuck are they doing? At least AOC has enough sense to know that this is a waste of everybody's fucking time. There are real issues. This is not an issue. A social media platform not allowing users to share a certain news story, that is not a goddamn issue. This is not going to help America. This is not going to solve any of the problems that are plaguing citizens in America every single day. It's not going to do shit. This does not matter. It does not matter in the slightest. What the fuck is our government doing? What the fuck is wrong with them? It's incredible to me. At least she is saying it. I'm so thankful that she has enough sense to at least say this out loud.
So that they can do it again. A whole hearing about a 24-hour hiccup in a right-wing political operation. That is why we are here right now.
Thank God.
And it's just an abuse of public resources, an abuse of public time. We could be talking about healthcare. We could be talking about bringing down the cost of prescription drugs. We could be talking about abortion rights, civil rights, voting rights.
But it's like literally anything else. anything else. Like, she just listed off a bunch of different things. Fucking healthcare. That's a huge issue right now. Fucking the Republicans are trying to do away with Medicaid and Social Security, and then they're worried about Twitter. It's Twitter. It's a fucking shithole. What do they expect? It's a social media platform. How is this? Well, again, if people are only getting news based on what they're seeing on social media, that is an issue. And it's not the government's problem. How the fuck is that a government issue? It's not.
Instead, we're talking about Hunter Biden's half-fake laptop story. I mean, this is an embarrassment, but I'll go into it.
It is.
Ms. Navaroli, let's talk about something real. I'd like to show you a tweet posted by former President Trump about my colleagues and I on July 14th, 2019. It says in part...
She keeps moving the microphone and stuff, probably because she's really upset, because this is part of her job, okay? This is part of what she has to do every day, and, you know, she's complaining about it because she knows that this is a waste of time. We did not elect these people. These people did not get elected so we could hold hearings on something like a social media platform like Twitter. It's Twitter. How many times do we need to say this shit? It's fucking Twitter.
Quote, why don't they go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came? Then come back and show us how it's done. These places need your help badly. You can't leave fast enough. I'm sure that Nancy Pelosi would be very happy as quickly to work out free travel arrangements. A day or two after that, Donald Trump publicly incited, violence at a rally, targeting 4 congresswomen, including myself, saying, go back to where you came from. Ms. Navaroli, as I understand it, you were the most senior member of Twitter's content moderation team, or a senior member of Twitter's content moderation team when this was posted. As part of your responsibilities, did you review this tweet?
Yes, it was my team's responsibility to review these tweets.
And what did you conclude?
I mean, if you think about it, guys, if you really think about it, after January 6th, Donald Trump was literally on his Twitter. People like Charlie Kirk were on their Twitter saying that they're sending tons of buses full of people to the Capitol to fight. Donald Trump gets on his Twitter and says that it's gonna, some shit about how, we need to fight for our country, and literally incited an insurrection. And, I know they had the January 6th committee and they were holding public hearings for that, but that's what the Republicans did. That's what they were doing. Okay, that's the Republican side. The Democrat side, what the Republicans are saying is so bad. What the leftists are doing, the censorship, they are saying that Twitter deciding to censor this story, or it's not even censoring the story. I can't use that terminology because it's not being censored. Twitter did not go to the New York Post and say, if you guys run this story, we will sue you. That is censoring the story, okay? That would be censoring the story. That's not what happened. Twitter deciding that they don't want users to share the story, they can do that if they want to do that. If they have absolutely every right to do, if that's what they want to do, they can fucking do that. That's completely up to them. But they want to sit there and say, well, look at what they're doing. They're trying to not let users share this story, and in turn, it's shielding Joe Biden before the election. These people went on their Twitter and literally incited an insurrection. This is what they do on Twitter. And they're mad because a New York Post story, you couldn't link it in your Twitter post or talk about it or share it. I mean, is really we're holding a hearing on this? I can't get over it. I can't get over the fact that this is what our government's doing right now.
Team Ray made the recommendation that for the first time, we find Donald Trump in violation of Twitter's policies and use the public interest interstitial.
For the first time?
Yes.
And at the time, Twitter's policy included a specific example when it came to banned abuse against immigrants.
And this is just another, way that, and I've this is stuff that I've been saying even before I've had, the following I've gotten here on YouTube. These social media platforms, they favor right wing, okay? They favor conservatives. And another thing is most of the conservative media outlets, they're the ones that have the most money. Rupert Murdoch is rich as fuck, and he owns a shit ton of stuff because he's rich as fuck. He's, it's people are like, Ted Turner and Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch owns so much different stuff. These people are rich. These platforms favor the right wingers. They favor conservatives so much. It's crazy. I've made videos on this proving that platforms like YouTube here, you guys can go and watch my old videos about it. YouTube has a conservative bias. And even after I made my video, people came out. I know they're talking about Twitter and it's YouTube, but it's pretty much before Twitter, we kind of thought that Twitter was like this social media platform that kind of did like a pretty good job at being like, not really right-leaning or left-leaning. They would kind of, they were kind of neutral in a way. If you ask people about that, a lot of people have strong opinions on that. They'll say, oh, no, Twitter, if you ask conservatives, Twitter will say that, it's lib media censoring conservatives, and you ask people that are progressives or whatever, they'll say the opposite. It is what it is. But these social media platforms, it's really easy to see that they have conservative biases. Some of them, they're stronger than others, they're more prevalent than others, but it's not hard to see. And these conservative people that run around and say we're being censored, it's just a way for them to distract and for them to draw people's attention away from other shit that they're trying to do. Again, like cut Social Security and Medicaid, something that we need to be talking about. We're talking about Twitter.
They specifically included the phrase, go back to your country or go back to where you came from, correct?
Yes, that was specifically included in the content moderation guidance as an example.
You brought this up to the Vice President of Trust and Safety, Del Harvey, correct?
I did, yes.
And she overrode your assessment, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
And something interesting happened after she overrode your assessment. A day or two later, Twitter seemed to have changed their policies, didn't they?
Yes, that trope, go back to where you came from, was removed from the content moderation guidance as an...
Well, AOC just proved it. She literally just proved it. Twitter favors right-wingers. They favor conservatives. It's true. It is. All these social media platforms do it. And I'm not like... it bothers me. It doesn't like make me upset or mad. It doesn't make me mad, but it does bother me because it's like when I make these videos here on YouTube, or when I go to look for content, maybe on Twitter, if I'm going on social media to look for content to make, if I'm making a video on someone like Matt Walsh, on someone like Ben Shapiro, on someone like Tim Pool, when I click or go and search for those people, we all know that the social media, they all track our data and stuff like that. I will get my feed on it's any social media. If I go out and look for and watch conservative content, my feed just gets infected with conservative content. If I click on a Ben Shapiro video on YouTube, I'll get Ben Shapiro videos recommended to me. I'll get Daily Wire recommended to me. I get Michael Knowles. I get Matt Walsh. I'll get all of the conservative media pundits recommended. I'll get PragerU. I get PragerU ads on my YouTube all the fucking time. I see them literally all the fucking time. I see PragerU ads. I don't ever see Gravel Institute ads, okay? I don't ever see progressive media ads. I see Fox Nation ads. I see more conservative content in my feed, and I don't watch nearly as much conservative content as I do, progressive content or progressive media, if you want to call it that. But I see more conservative content in my feed than I do content I actually enjoy watching. And it's not just on YouTube, it's everywhere. Because these social media platforms have a right-wing bias. All the people are like, the media is, the conservatives are like, oh, the media is left-leaning, all the mainstream media, blah, blah, blah. It's all right-leaning, for the most part. It's almost all right-leaning media. They're all right-leaning. This is why a bunch of other countries, they sit and they're laughing at us. They're laughing at us right now because of this. Ah.
Example.
So Twitter changed their own policy after the president violated it in order to potentially accommodate his tweet?
Yes.
Thank you. So much for Biden.
I mean, and AOC did a, I know that was a small example, but that was a great job of her proving that not even just content moderation, just in general, that Twitter and others, again, Twitter favors right-wing media. She just proved it. Donald Trump, literally said something that was literally against the terms of service. Okay, the content guidelines, stuff you can't post. They brought it up. The content moderation team, they brought it up. They said, look at what was posted, and then the assessment of this person who she is asking questions to, whoever this person is at Twitter. She asked him. She took this to her boss or whatever, the person who's supposed to be the content moderation chief. Sorry, guys, I totally lost my train of thought. And they were supposed to. They should have taken action against Donald Trump. They should have taken action against his account, and instead they just changed their policies. They were just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're not going to do anything. We don't want to, enforce our policies. Let's just bend the rules. Or not enforce them.
Right wing on Twitter. Additionally, Ms. Navaroli, are you familiar with the account Libs of TikTok?
Oh!
I have heard of it from.
Oh, Jesus. I hadn't heard. Oh, God. I haven't heard that name in such a long time, guys. Libs of TikTok. Oh, God. Ugh. I'm sorry. I just.
The news, yes.
Mr. Roth, are you familiar with this account?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Are you aware from August 11th to August 16th, that account posted false information about Boston Children's Hospital, claiming that they were providing hysterectomies to children?
Whoa. Okay, I didn't know about that, but that number one, that's fucking crazy. That is insane that they were saying something like that. And number two, this is something that I said in my video that I made yesterday about Matt Walsh. He went in front of the Tennessee Health Committee and started saying stupid bullshit. These conservative people, these right-wing media people, these right-wing media groups, they literally lie, perpetuate a narrative of hatred based on lies. And then these people, like healthcare workers, literally essential workers, people that literally save lives, okay? They literally get stuff like death threats. They get harassed in real life and on social media because people and groups like Libs of TikTok go on those social media platforms and say they're giving children hysterectomies. It's not fucking happening. It's just like Matt Walsh saying that children's genitals are being chopped up, they're being mutilated. Where the fuck is that happening? Where the fuck do I need to go to that doesn't happen? That shit's not happening anywhere. Where the fuck am I going to go in the country and see that shit? Nowhere. I'm not going to see that shit anywhere. These people are literally making people that are not doing anything wrong, people that are trying to live and literally do their jobs so fucking hard. They're literally putting their lives in danger. This is how crazy the world has gotten, guys. This is how crazy social media is. They're putting healthcare workers' lives in danger because they don't even give a fuck. They're just making shit up. They're making shit up to get clicks on social media, to get people talking about them. They are literally endangering people's lives for no other reason than for clout, okay?
Yes.
And propaganda, but
I'm aware of that and other claims from the account.
And are you aware that this lie was then circulated by other prominent far-right influencers?
Yes.
And are you aware that all these claims, which I have reiterated were false, culminated in a real-life harassment and ultimately a bomb threat to the Boston Children's Hospital?
That's exactly what I was just saying there. You know, this stuff is this type of conservative rhetoric. Not a lot of the stuff. some of these things that I make videos on, like Matt Walsh, I sit here and I like to make jokes. I like to make fun of them, call them idiots, say that they're fucking, stupid and shit. But there are instances where a lot of time it is dangerous. Stuff like Matt Walsh and people like Libs of TikTok saying, again, children are getting hysterectomies, genitals are being mutilated for children's genitals are being mutilated. That shit is dangerous. You're gonna get people hurt by saying that because these people are fucking radicalized to no end and they're fucking crazy. They're crazy as fuck in this country. How the fuck how are you gonna? I don't understand how someone is gonna call in a bomb threat to a children's hospital. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with people in this country?
Yes, I am aware.
And this account is still on that platform today, isn't it?
It is.
Regrettably, yes, it is.
Despite inspiring
Regrettably.
a bomb threat due to the right-wing incitement of violence against trans Americans in this country, because they cannot let go of this obsession with fixating violence and inciting violence against trans and LGBT people, in addition to immigrants, in addition to women of color. This is a party that cannot pick on anyone their own size. And they are trying to co-opt an entire social media platform and use the power of this committee and of Congress in order to pursue a political agenda.
And that was 100% correct. Everything that AOC just said there was spot on, 100% correct. At least we have very few in our government, but I am all the bit thankful for someone like AOC, who is a part of our government, that she has enough sense to get up here in front of the American people, in front of these cameras, in front of this Republican-led House Oversight Committee, and tell everybody how fucking stupid and how much of a waste of everybody, including her own time, this is, that we are sitting here talking just this conversation. It's like she said earlier, the post, Twitter, it should have just been a one and done. The fact that we are at this point is, I don't even have anything else to say about it, guys. I don't have anything else to say about it because I don't know what else can even be said about it. This is a waste of time. There are real issues that America needs to deal with to help the people in this country, to help better their lives. And it doesn't seem like the majority of everybody in our government really gives a fuck about any of that. And this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing here in America now. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys like this video, please, please, please hit that like button. It helps me out so much. And if you want to see more content like this, then walk on over to that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, and then press that little bell and turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.